Welcome, seekers of forgotten wisdom. Tonight, we journey into the heart of an ancient warning, one not found in popular history books, but whispered down through generations of the Caddo people. Long before modern headlines spoke of climate change and global disruption, the Caddo told of a time to come, a time when corn, their sacred lifeblood, would no longer grow. A time when the sky people would fall silent, and the sacred fire would go cold. This is more than myth. It's prophecy. A message carved into memory, not stone, a vision of a world trembling on the edge of imbalance. So light your inner fire and open your spirit, as we explore the chilling mystery of the dead corn prophecy, a forgotten warning for the days ahead. Corn was not merely a crop to the Caddo. It was a sacred gift from the Creator, central to both sustenance and spiritual identity. As with many indigenous peoples of North America, corn symbolized life, fertility, and divine favor. The planting of corn was a ritual act, often accompanied by songs, prayers, and community festivals. In this light, the idea of dead corn is not only agricultural devastation, but also spiritual disconnection. To say that corn no longer grows is to say that the earth is no longer in right relationship with humanity, and that the people have ceased honoring the sacred balance. The phrase, "when the sky people no longer sing," is enigmatic yet rich with symbolic meaning. In many native traditions, sky people refer to celestial beings, ancestral spirits, or divine messengers who dwell beyond the veil of the visible world. Their singing represents cosmic harmony, guidance, and the health of the spiritual realm. When the sky people fall silent, something has gone gravely wrong. Their silence reflects humanity's deafness to divine messages, our failure to live in accordance with the laws of the Great Spirit. This cosmic dissonance manifests on Earth in the form of chaos, environmental collapse, and spiritual darkness. The prophecy continues, when corn dies and the sky people no longer sing, the earth will tremble. This trembling could refer to literal earthquakes, as many indigenous prophecies warn of tectonic upheaval in the last days. But it may also point to a spiritual or societal quake, a shaking of the foundations of human civilization. Modern society, built on extraction, materialism, and disconnection from nature, stands in contrast to the Caddo's spiritual worldview. As sacred bonds with the earth are broken, the prophecy warns, nature itself will rebel. Earthquakes, storms, and widespread ecological imbalance could be seen as the Earth's attempt to realign itself in the absence of human stewardship. Perhaps the most chilling line in the dead corn prophecy is this: the sacred fire will go out. In Caddo tradition, as in many indigenous belief systems, fire is not merely a physical element, but a spiritual force. The sacred fire symbolizes continuity, prayer, and the presence of the Great Spirit among the people. To keep the sacred fire burning is to keep alive the covenant between Creator and creation. It is tended with reverence, passed from generation to generation, and used in ceremonies that reaffirm humanity's role as caretaker of the earth. The extinguishing of this fire is more than ritual failure, it is a cosmic rupture. It means that the human heart has grown cold, that prayer has ceased, and that the bridge between heaven and earth has crumbled. In Christian terms, it is reminiscent of the extinguishing of the lampstands in Revelation, a sign of divine judgment. In light of current global crises, the dead corn prophecy feels less like a distant myth and more like a mirror held up to our times. Climate change has brought unprecedented droughts and crop failures. Pollinators essential to corn and other crops are disappearing. Genetically modified organisms and industrial agriculture have altered the sacred relationship between seed and soil. On a spiritual level, many would argue that modern society has silenced the sky people. We live in a technological age where intuition, mystery, and prayer are often dismissed. Sacred music has been replaced by noise. Silence is feared, not honored. The cosmos is no longer viewed as a living, singing entity, but as a collection of exploitable resources. And what of the sacred fire? In many traditions, including Christianity, the decline of genuine spiritual fervor is marked by the fading of the Spirit's flame. Churches are emptying. Indigenous ceremonies are vanishing. Even within personal lives, the inner fire of conscience, purpose, and connection often flickers in the face of distraction and despair. Yet the prophecy is not merely one of doom. As with most indigenous visions, it carries a call to return. The fire can be rekindled. The corn can grow again. The sky people may sing once more. To do this, however, requires a radical shift in human consciousness. It demands humility, listening, and a re-sanctification of the earth. It calls for returning to old ways not out of nostalgia, but out of necessity. Ways where prayer sanctified labor, where every harvest was a thanksgiving, and where human beings saw themselves as co-creators, not conquerors. In the spirit of the Caddo, it means planting corn not just in fields but in hearts, seeds of reverence, gratitude, and harmony. It means tending the fire through rituals, meditation, service, and sacred storytelling. And it means looking to the sky again, not with satellites and war machines, but with wonder. Thank you for walking with us through the echoes of the dead corn prophecy, a voice from the past that still speaks powerfully into our present. This isn't just a tale of loss, it's a call to remembrance, a call to rekindle what has been forgotten in the noise of modern life. In a world of growing disconnection, the Caddo wisdom urges us to return to reverence for the earth, for the spirit world, and for the sacred rhythms that once guided humanity in harmony. Have we become the generation that lets the sacred fire go out? Or can we be the ones who light it once more? The answers lie not just in ceremony, but in choice daily, humble, intentional. We must become the keepers of the flame again, the singers of sky songs, and the planters of new corn not only in the soil, but in the soul. If this message stirred something in you, let it grow. Share this video so the song continues. Like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell to stay connected as we uncover more hidden prophecies and sacred truths. And if you'd like to support this channel, consider leaving a super thanks or a kind comment below. It keeps the fire alive. Until next time, walk with care, listen deeply, and never let the sacred fire go out.